Nuclear announcement. Roman Reigns just made the most unexpected decision in WWE history, recruiting Jon Moxley to lead a new Shield against Rollins and Heyman. This changes everything. Smash subscribe now. The wrestling world is still picking their jaws up off the floor after Roman Reigns dropped the bombshell of the decade. In a stunning backstage segment on Raw, the tribal chief didn't just reform the Shield, he handed leadership to his former brother Jon Moxley, setting the stage for the most explosive SummerSlam main event in history. With Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank faction, guided by Paul Heyman and featuring Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, running rampant in Solo Sikoa's Bloodline, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jeff Cobb, causing chaos, Roman faced an impossible dilemma. How to combat two dangerous factions simultaneously? The answer came from the unlikeliest source, the man who once betrayed him, now returning as his most powerful ally. The arena lights cut during Rollins' gloating promo. When they returned, Roman Reigns stood in the ring with a black duffel bag. "You want war? I brought reinforcements." From the bag, he pulled out 3 new Shield vests, tossing one to a returning JUSO, keeping one for himself, and holding up the third as Jon Moxley's music exploded through the speakers. The crowd lost their minds as Moxley emerged through the crowd in his old Shield gear. Roman handed Moxley the vest. "You know Seth better than anyone. Lead us to war." The 3 men fist bumped as Rollins and Heyman watched in horror from the ramp, realizing their worst nightmare had come true. 1. Moxley's redemption arc. The former Dean Ambrose returns to WWE as the leader Roman needs. 2. Heyman's worst fear. The wise man must now strategize against his former protege. 3. Shield dynamics reversed. Moxley leading Roman and Jay creates fascinating new power dynamics. 4. SummerSlam stakes. This sets up a potential War Games match with world title implications. Backstage reports indicate this storyline was Moxley's idea, wanting to flip the Shield dynamic on its head. Roman reportedly loved the concept, calling it the perfect twist. Social media exploded with hashtag Shield 2.0 trending worldwide within minutes. The Shield has been reborn with Jon Moxley at the helm, creating WWE's most compelling faction war in years. With SummerSlam looming, Rollins and Heyman's faction just became the underdogs against the most dangerous trio in wrestling history. Can Moxley lead the Shield to victory? Drop a Shield for yes or Moneybag 4-0 in the comments. Smash like, subscribe and hit notifications, because when these brothers go to war, you'll see it here first.